Amazing. Thank you so much for coming on to this super last minute. But we are now in the second half of the year. Guys, just like think about that. How quick has the first half gone? And like I really wanted to come on here to do like a bit of reflection. So make sure you've got your pen and paper so we can do a bit of reflection. But then I want to go into like really mapping out the next half of the year and like how to do it. This is a business where you can do so much planning, but also you have to be quite kind of like flexible with it as well, because things don't always, people get sick kids, people go away, all the things. So you might plan all these events, but you always have a lot of follow-ups to do. Hold on, I just get my notes out. So where do I start? So, okay, we literally have six more chances to go for these reduced qualifications, like with our promotions. So if you've come in new, like half of you guys are new this year, the qualifications for the levels aren't always this low. Okay, so for example, area manager is now at 8,000 when to get into qualification, whereas usually is at 10,000. Regional vice president's at 32,000, whereas usually it's at 40,000. So I want you to really, really, really like go hard and take this opportunity to like grow through this business and like almost rewire your brain to think like whatever the number is you're thinking of that used to feel big, like rewire your brain to think it's not. Like make it sound like, oh my God, it's only 32,000. You know, or like I believe that everyone on here, just gonna let Bronwyn, I believe that everyone on here is worthy of vice president level. Like you guys have shown up last minute. Like I only called this call like 24 hours ago, right? Um, just had a couple more come on. But look at you guys all ready here to level up for the last half of the year. And I'm just going to say, like, I went to Vegas to fully embrace it. I was there listening ears on for the whole entire thing at every single, I know Amy and Kayla were there as well, there to go to grow and learn. But I didn't just go there just to come back and be the same person, right? Like I've come back to pour into you guys and to bring this leadership, and I know Kayla has as well, and Amy, they've come back to pour into the team and to bring it back. And one thing that can you just think about how big this business is? Like we all start, like I literally just started because I wanted cleaner products. And then I eventually got into the business and I just wanted to make an income. And now I'm at a point where like this is something that when I pass away, my kids can carry on. And like it gives me goosebumps how big this business is if you really think about it. Like I know you've heard me say, but like when Chris Buchanan got up on stage, it gave me literally goosebumps and I was crying listening to his speech because his mum started to make an extra $100 a week. And yet then she ended up loving the business, loving the people, growing all the way to the top of the company. She passed away, passed it on to him. Then he was now speaking on stage and got everyone who was in his downline and success line to stand up, and it gives me goosebumps even talking about this because this one woman just wanted extra grocery monies, and then there were like hundreds, like over half of that auditorium, if that's the word for it, the stadium, was in that success line. Like goosebumps, guys. Like I want my kids to be on stage and say, my mum did all this effort and I know she went through all this rejection and I want them to be speaking about me and this legacy that I have passed on, you know? So we need to get out of our heads and stop listening to Auntie Susan up the road who had a friend of a friend of a friend who did this business for 5 seconds, said it didn't work, and then, like it's such a shame that it happens. And this business, when everyone like it's not like it was 20 or 30 years ago. Like it's fun. Like it's personal development. It's so much more than making an income. Yes, we are here to make an income, but we're also here for so many other reasons. Okay. And I remember thinking, like, when I started, because this is so relatable to so many consultants I still talk to, is that like a lot of consultants kind of get like a little bit shy around anyone who's like a VP level, like RVPs or MVPs. Like, I'm telling you, they are literally like, they could sit here right next to me or right next to you and just be like the same person. Like they are no different. They are literally, if anything, they're probably more humble and they're probably less judgy because to get to the VP level, you actually have to be such a people person because you've had to like work through all different walks of life to help mentor people in this team. And they've literally, honestly, people who are at the VP level, which all of you guys will be at, they've just gone through more rejection and just probably done a bit more inner work. They've just worked on themselves a bit more. Okay. So I want you to write this down at the start of your page is your new thing to do every single day is find joy in everything you do. I promise you, have this plastered somewhere. This is such, you feel like, oh, cool strategy, Emily. I promise you, this is going to help shift your mindset to so many things. Um, like if you've got little kids on here, like I know half this call has little kids. Like I was walking home today, the slowest effing walk in my life. I'm like, sure, these kids have gone out the slow walk, but no, they haven't. And I was like, you know what? Like my kids won't want to hold hands with me one day, you know? And I was like, I'm going to find joy in this little walk home, which took about 30 minutes to walk like 200 meters, just letting you know. We stopped at every Daisy. But do you know what? That like almost makes me cry because one day they're going to be like, see, mum, off with my boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever they choose. Do you know what I mean? So it's like finding joy in every single thing you can do. And I promise you, when you're in the state of gratitude, you just change your mindset of everything. Okay. And the last thing I want to talk about before I go, where was it? It was about building confidence. Okay. You can write this down too. To build confidence, you literally just have to do more scary things and like more action. Because action, every time you do something, right, you're doing this form of like learning and growing and you're putting yourself out in this comfort zone. For example, I asked Holly, so she's going to speak next Monday, and she's like, oh, this is a bit scary. I said, good, that's a perfect reason to do it because it's getting yourself out of your comfort zone. I want her to speak about her new promotion to district manager, um, and just sharing what she's been doing because I've been watching her show up and being consistent with it. But she was like, oh, it's a little bit scary. I'm like, good, we're doing it then. Because she's gonna grow from it. Okay. And it's like, so yeah, confidence comes from like doing more, just doing more action, and the scarier the better. Okay. So we are gonna like do like workshop in this little bit. It's only gonna be a half an hour call, so we only got 20 minutes to go. And if whatever you don't finish here, we can still carry on tomorrow or find some dedicated time for it. But I want you to just like reflecting, just this first little part, like really reflect on like January through till now. And like, what are the wins and what are you grateful for? So I just want you to start. Damn it, I've closed down the music, but we'll just start. We'll do it a couple of minutes. I just want everything that comes to your mind. Doesn't like really think about your business, but if there's things that come up that you're grateful for that aren't in your business, like start writing them down. So you can start that now. I'm going to do this with you. So the question is, what are you grateful for? And what are the wins?
They said you wouldn't make it so far, and ever since they said it, it's been hard. But never mind the night you had to cry, 'cause you had never let it go inside. You worked real hard and you know exactly what you want and need. So believe, and you can never give up. You can reach your goals. Just talk to yourself.
Okay, we'll go for one more minute for this one. Hey Pearl, we're just doing a quick like, what are we like brainstorm of what are we grateful for and what are our wins for the first half of the year? Okay, can everyone just like drop one win for the year in the chat? Let's drop whatever the first one comes to mind. Yes, Bron, getting your first consultant. By the way, Bron, I had a look at my back end. She's made a huge order. Huge. Tessa, finding like-minded women who want more in life. Harmony, signing up my first IC. I love that. Kayla, becoming a district manager. Yeah. Emma, I have a better mindset this time around. I love being back with Arbonne. I love that, Em. Good work for coming back. The ongoing support from Crystal. Haley, picking my business back up and reconnecting with the team. Yes, welcome back. Um, Katie, joining a mum's group. Holly, my girls, Katie and Harmony. I know. You guys have an incredible little line going on there. That's so good. Amanda, focusing on my health and wellness. Love that. Tracy, rebuilding my business again and getting new clients and old clients coming back. I love that. I love that. You see what I mean by like how you can feel so good, Marie, finding Emily. Holy shit. Sorry. One of the things I was grateful for, I was like randomly meeting Marie at swimming. Literally, that's what I said. So cool, like meant to be. Um, I wrote like this much, but like all on the lines. One thing I'm grateful for is actually like having the courage to say that I want to be the biggest team in New Zealand. Like it's actually like quite scary for me to say that. Like I might quite come out like it's confident, but it's like, oh my God, now I've got to commit, right? Like it's like actually like bringing this new level out of me. So I encourage you to like speak your goals out on online to people because it's like gives you like this little bit of like, oh my God, I've really got to like level up to like get there because I'm not at that level right now, right? Um, so that's something I can some advice. But so the next one we can do, I might just do like, I don't know what you guys. The next one I can do is like, where can you find room for improvement? So it's when you have like a quick like 1 minute brainstorm, 1 to 2 minute brainstorm of like, where could you be like better with your time? Um, yeah, like what do you think? Better eating, like I'm really big if I don't eat really well, I'm like really tired. So that's a big one. Or give it 1 minute. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to pop that there because I know we'll end up running out of time. But like one thing I wrote, for example, is like better with my Sunday planning. Um, and that usually, better with my daily planning. And usually when that like a fault for me is if I go to bed too late, which happens often because I'm like I love what I do. I love doing this stuff, but then I go to bed late, then it mucks up my morning, then it mucks up my days, right? So like that is something that I could improve on just as an idea. But take some time, like if we haven't finished brainstorming that, like really good ways for improvement is like working on us. So eating better, drinking more water, exercising, um, hanging out with the right people, making sure we're like on the Monday night calls because they are like in and around like you're going to be like really so you really want to be that could be something everyone can write down as like your circle is very important. Like, are we hanging out with people who like believe in what we do, or are we hanging out with people who don't really get it? And the more you hang out with people who don't get it, like the longer you're going to take to get it and to understand, like fully embrace like how powerful this business is for you. Um, okay, so if you haven't finished that, just like take some time tomorrow or late after this call. Okay, so number three is what are your goals by December 31st in Arbonne? So specifically in Arbonne. And then what I want you to do is write it down. So maybe you could even write this down, like write it in the chat, like in the chat box, and also writing your notes. But then we can help. I can, you break it down from there. So like what you can do is like say, for example, everyone, regional vice president. I'm telling you right now, like it's so capable. Have you heard how Stuart Armfield? So Stuart Armfield's our upline. He sat at like consultant level for 10 months. He just like did not, he was just like horrible with time management. Like he was shy. He didn't really get the business. He was kind of like, he just wasn't really in it. And then he saw, like he started and he saw everyone, he saw heaps of people keep promoting. He's like, well, what are these people doing? Like these people are just like me. And something clicked inside of him. And he was like, these people are just like me. Like, what are they doing differently? And they were basically like turning up to training and just like implementing what they were like learning. So he had like this switch in his head mindset. And he went from, I think the date, I can't remember the dates, but like I think January he was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna put my foot down. He went district manager qualification, and then February he went area manager qualification. Then in March he went region qualification. Then by April he was an executive region because he completed, but he also had someone else who went region qual and region at the same time as him. So if you think about that in terms of like that's like everyone here going district manager qualification, even district manager this month. Next month, going area manager qualification. Then September, you go region qualification. And then October, you complete. Like that's pretty much what he just did if you put it into our context and what months we have to go, right? And so I want you to like, well, I don't want to write down your goals for you, but like put a big goal out there and just go for it. Like, what's there to lose, right? And the way you work back from your goals is like, say, for example, December, I want to be a national vice president, right? Like I've got a lot of work to do, but I'm like, I'm putting it out there because it creates space for this team to have space. If I had a space of like, I just want to be doing like 40K, like that gives no wiggle room for anyone in here to grow. Um, but then you work backwards with like, what does that QV look like? And then whatever that volume is, we work back and we break it down in the months. So say, for example, if we're going for I've actually got mine up here, to be honest. But you break it down. So whatever the volume is, you break it down, you work it backwards, and then you match that with the activity. So most of the time we just have to like 10x, 20x our activity. And what is our activity? Getting people in front of the business, basically. That's basically our job is to get people in front of the business. And how do we do that? One, you need to have like a solid mindset and energy about you. That's like first. You need to be like super confident, have the right energy, fully understand and embody that you have already achieved this goal. You just have to figure out how to get there. Like it's already done in your head first. That's the first thing. It's done in your head. The second thing is remember that's done in your head because remember everyone's doing the miracle mornings now because I promise you that's going to help you so much. Getting up early, planning your days the night before as well. And then that energy flows into every single person you talk to, the conversations you have, and it's like you just have this drive about you to go meet new people, to talk to everyone and anyone around you, to go to any daycare events, to go to any school events, to go to netball, like if your kids are watching sport, like be on the sideline and like chat to everyone around you, like just have those conversations. And if you haven't heard about how me and Marie met, like we both rebooked our swimming classes randomly and just chatted. And then like 2 months later, she's in the business, but I had no intention. Like I didn't even know she was there. She actually talked to me first, right? So you actually don't know. You just have to be like open to having these chats with people, right? Um, and so that's what it is. Like it's setting those goals, being fully very, very, very precious about what you're doing with your time because so much is capable in 6 months. But if we're like not being really precious about our time and like what we're listening to, who we're hanging out with, it's gonna go by so quick. Okay. Um, what else have I got in there? Oh, another thing about that, what are you gonna do differently for this next half a year to grow? Did I ask that one? I don't know. Oh, my notes are kind of blurred. It's kind of like the same question. Is like you like be the leader that future leader, like be like that leader now. So let's pretend we're all nations. Like a nation will be turning up to every single training camera on, which everyone is right now. So this is like what I mean. Everyone on this call is a national vice president. You can't just like skip a training. Like imagine if you're a nation and you just feel tired because your kids had a tantrum. Like, no, you can't because you've got like 50, 60, 70 people on a call, hundreds of people on a call waiting. Like what would that what's that national vice president version of yourself? What are they like? And really start to embody it. And I always say, like, how do they act? How do they dress? How do they sleep? All the things. Ugh, how do they sleep? Well, they probably have a really good night's sleep. They probably go to way earlier, to bed early. They probably have a solid sleep. Um, okay. So just like basically to wrap up, I think those questions are kind of blurred, but that third question, which we can brainstorm soon, like after this call as well, is what is your goal by December 31st? And then write it, like work it out backwards. And then part of that question is also like, what are you going to do differently? So it's like, you know, I've written in my notes here, like, get really savvy with my calendar and implementing a morning routine, which means I need to go to bed earlier. Because I swear to God, I know I always talk about, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I promise you, it's like the glue to my life is like how I get so much done and how my mindset's so strong. Like there's been a shift this year. Okay, so the next question, I don't know if we're up to number 4 or 5, but over the next 24 hours, I want you to send everyone on this, including myself, everyone to send 20 people a message to ask them to look at the business. And when you send these messages, make them a voice note and like just say like they need to listen to it. Like say it in a good way, but like there's like examples. If you need help writing one, just send me a message or send Pearl. But write it in a way where like, are you free tomorrow at 7 p.m. or the following day at 12 noon? Like give them dates and time because if you don't, it'll be another 2 weeks by the time you lock it in. Like when you ask a question and you tell them where you're going with the business and that you want to help them. And can you give a little chat on the who and how to find those 20 people? Okay, so how to find people is so different for everyone. If you use social media, you probably have people who are always watching your stories. They'll be the people who are liking, commenting, replying, love hearting, replying to polls. Um, Usually the people, if you scroll up and look at your stories and people who are watching, the people at the top are generally the ones who are like most recent, either they've most recently watched it or they are the ones who are watching most often. And then like you also sorry, something's going up. You also know, like, you just have people who you just know. that will be good in this business. And it's coming from a place where like it comes from the energy and the way you send the message. So people I've been messaging aren't like anyone super random. They're people who have either been following me for a while or I have had connections with them in the past. Um, so say like my two recent consultants who are Marie and Emma who've signed up this last week. Like Emma I've known from the gym and Marie I've known from swimming, but we have been in contact back and forth like a couple times. Um, so there'll be people like maybe are they from like like kids group, work, old school friends. Um, and if you need to make new connections, some suggestions I can be is like um, go to any like school events or daycare events. I've recently joined this dance club to meet new people. I literally have white girl moves. Like it'll be hilarious watching this, but it's literally to meet people and it'll be fun. Um, Shit, where do you meet people? When I grew this business, I met people at playgrounds all the time. Have to like have your thinking cap in coffee lines. Have this energy about you that you're like, I'm just going to talk to everyone today. I don't know where they're going to come from, and you're just going to find them, okay? Um, don't be worried about. Oh, and what I want to say with that is don't be worried about if they say yes or no. Like, who cares? Who cares if they say yes or no? It's like the fact that you're like, when I said at the very start of this conversation, it's like the fact you're just doing the scary things or you're taking action. The more you take that action, the more you do it, the more confidence you're going to grow. Um, Oh, and with this as well, what we can do doing is blocking out time. So like when you've got this ongoing list of names, it's not like we're like listing people to like message everyone or anyone. It's like the habit of like having a list where you're like, oh, I met Joe at the park today. I'll like put her on my list, like I'll add her on Instagram, put her on my list, and you'll probably forget, and then you look back at your list, you're like, oh, that's right, 2 weeks ago I met Joe. I'll give her a message or I'll like reconnect with her. It's just like that constant adding to the list. Um, I've just got some notes what I want to say. Okay, the last note I have here is I'll write these bullet points down in the chat as well, just so we don't forget. I want you guys to declare your goals. Like, put them on social media, put them out to this team chat. Like, I know Pearl, I know you like, even Pearl gets scared of declaring goals, guys, okay? Like, we all get scared. I've got these freaking goals. I've changed my door. So, like, I'm just feel like that. I've been running for region for like 3 months. And we've missed it, but I'm going to keep going. Like, imagine if I stop, it's like, oh, I give permission for you guys to stop. Like we can't, no, we don't do that. We keep going. Like, we're fucking getting region, guys. Like, these are coming down this month. They need to come down. And I've like changed the position. So I'm like, this is a new fresh face for everyone on my social media to see, right? Um, but put them out there. Like, I promise you, nothing scary is going to happen if you don't hit them. Like, I'm still here, guys. I have not died, okay? Like, just put them out there. And if anything, like, it actually, like, gets people really intrigued with you and, like, oh, they want to help you, okay? So put it out there. Okay, so this is something I can copy and paste into the chat as well. But some ideas to book out your month while we've got like 5 minutes left. Um, is running messenger events. So this can be in the form of like on the Facebook Messenger. There is a template in our boards app to have a look at. We can do one, like Pearl could do one, and I could do one for like the two separate teams, but like we can do like a really big one. We did that one when we ran into, so when Amanda, Kayla, and Michelle and who did I miss? Amanda, Amy were going for district manager, and then I was going for to close out Thailand a couple months ago. Like we ran this big group call, this big group messenger sale, and it actually worked really well. It got a lot of hype and like it was really fun, and it actually brought in a lot of volume to close out everyone for that month. So that's what we can do. Like do a big goal, go for area. If you're a district manager or if you're consultant, like consultant guys, oh yeah. 3,500 to consultant to district manager this month. Like that is happening. Declare it, put it out there like it's a done in my head. Um, Either that you're either going for complete district manager, you're either going for area manager qual, or you're either going for region qual. Okay. Um, and book yourself out with coffee dates, play dates, reconnections, and reconnections is really important. So like how can you just book yourself out? It doesn't have to be completely discover Arbonne's. It can be like reconnecting with so many people. Like asking them to come over for like some wine and nibbles, going out for coffee with your kids, going to meet at a playground. Like where can we be doing more of this to like just reconnect and like build these connections? And they can then lead in, then you kind of know. You'll also kind of get a feel of that person if they're like going to be interested or not. Um, One thing I thought could be a really good idea is like I know Pearl runs the Blitz sessions Monday to Friday at 10. Could be really good to commit to like one day a week where you're showing up for yourself with the team. So I will commit to Mondays. I've got like an intense running training schedule. I think Tessa probably has the same. Mondays is probably the day that I can commit to that. So I'm going to commit Monday 10 o'clock to be on there. But otherwise I'm like I'm always doing the blitz, but just at different times. So that could be an idea if you're available through the day. And then the last thing is everyone like running 1 to 2 events this month. Okay. So like really just getting like just sum that all up, set big goals, get savvy with your calendar, book out your calendar. Oh, we got party. See, it's happening. There's balloons on my screen. I think I did this. No. Um, and just get into massive activity. Massive activity, guys. Like just think about like the how much this business can fully change your life. And I just want to share if you're still feeling a bit like unsure about like, because I know this business can take time to understand like the full power of it, and I get that. Um, like have a chat with me and Pearl, like just give us a message, say like, hey, like there's something inside of me that's still not feeling like you still don't get it. You still feel awkward. You still feel like you're not worthy of it. There's probably that, like it's, and I promise you, like the way to overcome that is really getting obsessed with personal, like network marketing podcasts. And there's a good one called GoPro. Beach Money is a really good one as well. Um, those two are really good to fully embrace yourself with the industry. And then the other one, what else you can do to really fully believe in yourself is like really work on yourself. Get up, do those meditations, like fully rewiring your brain to be like, actually, I am worthy. And the only reason why I think I'm not worthy is because Auntie Susan up the road or my mum or dad had these limiting beliefs about money doesn't grow on trees. Like all that stuff there is like just stuff from our past that we actually just have to work on, rewire, and then go forward. Okay. So thank you so much for jumping on tonight. If you need to go and write and journal and do some more, promise you, like, take your time to plan these goals for the last half of the year. Like, don't actually just spend like, okay, book clothes, go to bed. No, like, take some time. If it's not now, do it in the morning. And I promise you, when you do this work and take time to actually plan and work on yourself, I promise you, it like, there's just this new person that's going to evolve. Okay. So I'll just write those notes up and those questions in the chat as well. And then I want to hear everyone's goals in One Nation as well. Okay. Have a good night, guys. Thanks so much for coming on.